we call this distance from where you are and where you want to be, your goal, this is the forwards gap. And the reverse gap is actually the distance from where you're at to where you have been a year, 3 years earlier. So think about how much it actually builds your confidence if you're aware of how far you have already come, how far you moved into the right direction towards your goal. So it needs to be a conscious decision to, from time to time, maybe go back and look at the goals you set yourself 2 years ago and compare it to the goals you set yourself today and see how far you have actually come. Because, for example, with children in school, we are quite aware of that and usually ask them after a test where they didn't do so well, what could you do better? How could you learn better? What strategy could you apply to actually do better in the next test? And when they then do and use a different strategy with learning and have a better result, this actually builds their confidence because they realize that they're effective in their strategy and have achieved a goal to do better in the same test the next time. But when we are older, we forget about this, but we are wired still the very same. So if we only have these huge goals but are not so conscious about what we need to do every day to actually get there, it just is this huge blob and we're constantly frustrated that we're not there, but we don't realize that we actually move in the right direction every day a little bit. And here we have an exercise that Dan Sullivan came up with. It's I don't know how it's called officially, but it's 3 wins strategy. So every night you think about 3 wins you did today and plan what 3 wins you want to have for the next day. So not only do you get conscious what you can actually achieve during one day, but you also plan out your next one, and with this plan increase the chance that you actually do what you want to do the next day. So every night you have your little journal next to your bed or where you want to have it and write down 3 things that you achieved this day. And this way you can actually do it in the small realm, acknowledging your reverse gap, and then from time to time, once a month, once every 3 months, how you ever want it, you can go back and check out these wins that you wrote every day, or even check out the goals and realize how far you have come. It is such a wonderful thing when you realize that you did the work and you have come into the right direction towards your goals. I myself am guilty of not doing this. I usually feel like I didn't do enough, and this is actually something that's robbing my energy. And this is why I want to do this video, because I feel like we all can do it more and can improve our consciousness and our confidence in actually moving in the right direction towards our goals. So let me tell you how you plan to acknowledge your reverse gap, how far you have come in the last year or 3 years, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.